don't know.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
so
know.
asking me that is a bit irrelevant.
I don't know, but I can find out. Just like
of course, the same way. So it's irrelevant. You're asking me that.
2 years or 3 years ago, Sarkodie was non-existent in the music industry. All right.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't. It was the guy that was trying to push his artist. It wasn't really dropping records, right? It wasn't dropping records. It was the guy that everyone was going, what's going on with Shaq? What's going on with Shaq? What's going on with Shaq?
Why is that relevant?
I'll tell you why it's relevant. Because even when Shatta Wale doesn't release track, his name doesn't get forgotten in the music industry because he always finds something to do. He always has something that's going on.
But who said Shaq was forgotten anyway?
Shaq was forgotten.
How is he forgotten? He wasn't.
No, it was. And I'll tell you why I say he was forgotten. If you're talking about rap, if you're talking about...
Let's not make this about...
I'm explaining. No, but you started it. You started this. Because
what are you talking about? You're not giving any facts to back up your argument. You just...
I'm not giving any facts right now. But we can definitely... Because I have a bunch of facts, but I just don't want to say things that are not true. We can definitely go and research and come back with both our facts. Don't get me wrong. Who is the better musician? 100% Sack, no doubt, no joke. Sack, you will give Sack because Sack will release 10 tracks and probably most of them will not be meaningful, just a dance song. Sack will release one track and you will go, wow, that's powerful. But when you're talking about king of music, you gotta be careful who you give that to. You can't just give king of music to somebody because he can release a track that makes sense. No, he's the king of rap. Yes, in Ghana, hands down. But when you're talking about music as in general, be very careful
when you take everything into consideration, what makes music, what the influence that it comes with and everything. Shatta can't even lace. That's how bad it is. Shatta can't even lace the boots of Sack. That's how bad it is.
Right. Let's not. We just made it about Shaq
and that's why I said let's not do that. Because if you're gonna if you go and you put that whole catalog, you put their whole careers on the line, the only thing that you can the only thing we can say is Shatta is a senior. He came in earlier. And that's the only thing we can give to him. Apart from that, as a matter of fact, I said if you break it down, and if you look at the catalogs, but anyway, work,
that's what it's got to do with. If you look at the catalog,
but that's what I'm saying. And if you do that, then Shatta can lace the boots of Sack. That's how bad it gets.
I think you're emotional with this.
I'm not.
I think you are
because as a matter of fact, I'm not even a Sack fan.
No, but you sound like you are. Because
fact is fact. Like the person I prefer, right? The person I prefer, no,
guaranteed.
There's three rappers.
Sack and Shatta Wale.
Between, I think both of them, take advantage of the public. I don't like both of them.
Well,
between them, I don't give a shit about both of them. That's basically what I'm driving at.
It looks like
because when it goes to dancehall, what I'm saying is if I take that two genres, when you go to dancehall, I'm more of a Stonebwoy fan. Personally, if you come to rap, I got three rappers that I prefer. I prefer, Manifest, because I think Manifest is a better rapper than Sack. It's just that one is already how should I put it? Like when let's say you compare Quality to who can I even think of now? Let's say Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy sell more records than Tyler Quality. But I'm just saying.
No, that's
I'm saying.
Don't do that. It means you don't know what music is.
There's no.
When you do that. Soulja Boy and Talik Police.
Who sells more records?
You could talk about.
Who sells more records?
You could talk about comparing Soulja Boy and maybe Bow Wow. I can give you that.
The point I'm trying to make. Who sells more records?
That's who sells more records.
That's all I was trying to compare to.
Yeah, but
so I'm saying
that's what please don't do that. You can talk about Talik Kweli Consequence. You can even talk about Talik Kweli Kanye West. Old Kanye West, though, not new one.
The point I'm trying to make
is... you can't say Talik Kweli and Soulja Boy.
What I'm trying to say is when
that guy?
Yeah, what I'm saying is when it comes to skills and those kind of stuff and the way we play with words and those
I don't care how many records Soulja Boy is. I don't care if he's the king of God knows whatever it is he's the king of. There's no way you can come in Soulja Boy and Talik Kweli and call that a conversation.
That's not
Nah, you can't. Nah, please don't.
As you said, so the same way I prefer Manifest because I think Manifest got mad skills. Now, if you take Manifest away as a rapper, the other rapper that I like, and funny enough, his music don't even get that much views.
Because it's not good.
It's Rockstone. No,
it's not Rockstone. It's not well rounded. being an artist.
Again, then you don't.
Artist, we need to define this and let people understand it.
Then you haven't looked at Rockstone's,
let me tell you,
catalog of work.
No. Listen, you could be a very good lyricist, but it doesn't make you a good rapper. Okay, it doesn't make you a good rapper. It means
if Sack himself knows he's not a better rapper than Reggie.
You're not listening to me. I'm not talking about Sack and Manifest right now. I'm just talking about the fact that we all need to understand the categories we're putting these guys in, and then understand what accolades you need to have.
Anyway,
to be in that
the point is, I'm only telling you.
Be a good lyricist.
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you what I like.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you.
So I think let me say why.
Hold on. You can tell me what you like because that's your preference, and that's great. But don't compare Talikuli and
I've moved past that.
I'm just saying that's great.
That seems to have rubbed you the wrong way, didn't it?
I'm telling you, because like you rubbish in the genre here by just doing that. I like Soulja Boy. Well, I mean, I like him, but I like him in his space.
The Ghana's version of Soulja Boy is Patapa.
I think Soulja Boy is better than Patapa. That's how bad it is.
I said Ghana's version. Like if you're looking at the Ghana rap game, the closest to Soulja Boy is Patapa. The only thing is he ain't got a business sense like Soulja.
Patapa is like on his own. Okay, like you can't compare him to anybody. He's on his own. And I don't think that guy's gonna last. But I want him to make me eat my words. I want him to last.
Well, he's been around for over 2 years now. You know, people do forget that.
No, that's nothing. That's like yesterday. It needs
to be around like for 10 yesterday.
Years and we go, oh boy,
dude. Do you know how many rappers have come and gone within a year, and they came with even hotter songs and stuff like that than him? I'm talking about But anyway, I've told you, like it's Manifest. So if in no particular order, anyway.
Yeah, but
it's Manifest, Reggie, Reggie Rockstone, and then one of the rappers that he's retired, but I still rate him very, very high
because you like him. It's fine. It's your preference. It's cool.
Lord
There's
Kenya,
nothing wrong with that.
Look,
like I go my
for somebody to be able 5 years in a row drop the #1 album 5 years in a row back to back. Nobody in the whole country has ever done, not even the kind so-called.
What year was that?
From 2000 to 2005.
Okay, so for you to
he retired, he said he's seen God. Yeah, if he hadn't seen God, I think he still would have dominated.
Yeah, like this one, I mean,
he's a pastor now.
That's what you like, and that's fine. But for you to say that and think that's an achievement, you gotta understand what that means because you said 2000, and 2005 between that period. Yeah. That period, the scene of music in Africa.
I'm talking about Ghana.
I'm bringing it to Ghana. The scene of music in Africa is still trying to get formed. Like at this point, rapping is just like whatever. Like at this point we still consuming and liking the international music. So it is at this point we can say our own people are now starting to do it. So I could understand why a person that's like a unicorn, meaning he can do it like the international song, will release an album back to back. And will be the best for 5 years. I can understand that, and because there's no competition.
But you see the difference. And again, there's because the difference about what you're saying, and that's where because there's somebody that I took time.
That's what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying.
Hold on. I'm not trying to rubbish you. No, forget what I like. I'm talking about because it's also a genre I like. The point is when that came in 1999 when Hip Life came in. Ghana was more of a high life, situation.
It doesn't matter.
No, it matters. The point I'm trying to make to you is...
and oranges.
No. I'm talking about the public. So, for the public, from old to young, to accept you. I'm not talking about the whole genre of music. To accept you and you come in and you dominate. You outsell even these high life artists.
Yeah,
and on top of that... How's it gonna happen?
I give it
now. Rap don't sell shit.
No, I'll give it because we now know what it is.
No, now we got whack rappers. Those days, from 99 up to 2010.
You're not being fair.
I'm actually being fair. As a matter of fact, if the current rappers, right, you can't even count 5 of them that are good.
Yeah, because you're not being fair.
How am I not being?
I'm telling you, you're not being fair. If you let me explain to you, I'll tell you why.
Go on.
When you first get into the gate and you'll get accepted, you seem to be like, you will be the first one, like Jesus. You'll be like, wow, somebody's arrived. Wow, we can also do this. Wow, this is what it is. And at that point, you better be like, you better be like 150% better than whatever is out there to start with anyways, before anybody can accept you. So of course you're going to be like extremely good, like dope, like you have to be. Otherwise, people are just gonna go, yeah, he's trying, whatever. So at that point, yeah, for you to be able to break through, you gotta be the best, especially when what you're doing is being done internationally and it's been accepted. I mean, you're talking about Tupac, 1999. Yeah. About Tupac, Biggie. You're talking about.
But Pac was his inspiration. They used to cut off his hair, so.
Yeah, you exactly. So you're talking about Biggie, Tupac. You're talking about what Wu-Tang Clan. I could give you list and list of people. You're talking about what
DMX.
Outkast. Talking about DMX. Talking about what. What's the group? Jada Kids. Where you have like proper like people can go. Yeah, you in Ghana, but yeah, whatever. So you got to be at the top of your game to be able to use the local language, say, like, be witty and everything for people to be able to go, wow, that's hey, this is one of us. We're proud of you. So obviously you are going to be good because I'm sure it's not the only one at that era that was doing that. Of course. But it was the only one that everyone went, wow, this is crazy. We now have something.
Obrafo was around at that time, and Obrafo was also dope at that time. We had Tic Tac, we had Reggie, you know.
Tic Tac was just a musician. He wasn't really a rapper like that.
No, he started off as a rapper.
Yeah, but he wasn't good. That's why he became...
Okay, no, he's good. He just found his own way of doing things.
Go into whatever that
what
is.
the hell is...
I'm just saying to you, like, because you trying to take it away. No, I'm not. I mean, he did the song with Tony Tetrula. We all understand.
Of course, that was a huge... That's one of the biggest songs ever for collab anyway.
Yeah, but it's like a song that was known, but... What else? There's nothing in there.
What do you mean
there's nothing in there? But you I don't want to digress. Let me just finish what I'm saying. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you now, you make me digress. Yeah, of course. I love the song. Like that's a classic. But let's not mistake classic stuff for the fact that it was good. Because what I'm trying to point out to you is this, right? What you were saying about Manifest is exactly what we had in MI. When MI first came out in Nigeria, like when it did, they called me MI. Like we all went ballistic because before that they were rappers. They were rappers, but we all thought, yeah, whatever. They were musicians. We all thought whatever. Like no one can really do that. But when MI hit the scene and it dropped wittiness, dropped lyrics, and it didn't look like it was an American Nigerian rapper. It was a Nigerian rapper. Period. Like it did everything that we all saw in the so-called Tupac Biggies or whatever, but he did it in the Nigerian way, you know, like, and for that reason, he's got our heart till he dies. That's just what it is. Like, we look at him and we're like, boy. But people like that paved the way for the music industries that we now know in Ghana, Nigeria, to be this big. Before MI, they were the Plantation Boys. Two-Face has been singing way before MI.
Yeah, of course I know.
Before MI, there were all the people. There was Blackface. There were all the rappers. But MI was the guy that brought everything to one. And we go, okay, it's not fake. It's real. Boy, and not only is it real, it's good. Not only is it good, he's saying things we can relate to. Not only is he doing that, he's giving us good music. Wow, this guy is 100% us. We took him and we ran away with him. And that made it easy for other people to be able to go, wow, if he can get accepted, I can do this and get accepted. Which is why you will talk about we have 5 rappers nowadays in Ghana that are not as good as Manifest. Because Manifest was the reason that other people in Ghana thought...
I'm talking about what's it called? Lord Kenya, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Lord Ken, exactly. The reason why we go, okay, I could also do like, nah. Okay, so if he could do it like that, and he could be accepted like that, and it's dope, how about if I take that small section of his and include it in mine and see how that goes? And Sarkodie, that's where that came from. Because he can't tell me, I don't know him personally, but if it's in front of me, he can't tell me he didn't look at these people and understood how they were doing.
Of course, but he gives more props to. But again, I said because Kenya retired quite early, and he had at most 6 years in the game.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
And but he looks out more to Obrafo anyway.
It doesn't matter. The whole looked. Come on, somebody had to have.
Yeah, of course.
Break it too, and those people broke it too, and then other people saw that. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And based on that, this is what brings this industry, and this is what makes this industry unique. And so far, we kind of stopped because we haven't really been pushing the boundaries like we're supposed to.
Well, we've got Patapan.
Yeah, exactly.
Pushing the boundaries.
We haven't pushed the boundaries like we're supposed to. Hence why we beat Patapa. Because we think Patapa is an artist. It's not. Patapa is like, because I go high. Because you remember that song? Afro Man. That's the part.
I had a couple of hits. Okay,
of course, he had a couple of hits. That's how it was. But you don't. Afro Man was not going to tell you he's a musician. It was just a guy that smoked in the studio. I made a song.
No. But a poet and a natural musician.
Yeah, of course. The guy.
Shout out to all the
he can't remember
part to passages.
He can't remember his own lyrics on stage. That sounds bad.
It's only one time that happened to him anyway. And it wasn't on stage. It was a studio.
When you go,
it was an FM station.
When you go in the studio,
it was an FM station.
When you go into the studio and they play a song and you start speaking in tongues, obviously you're not gonna remember it after a while.
that actually brings me to like this thing that's quite in part of Shatta Wale's rant on Facebook about this whole SAG dropping a Sub-Zero track and then all these people asking him about stuff, right?
Asking him about what?
Nah, about the Sub-Zero track, because he was interviewed on TV and he was not happy about it.
Right. SAG bodied the hell out of it.
That's not the point.
That's the point, though. Like, why else anybody ask you about? Have you heard Sub-Zero SAG? That's what SAG did to you. Listen, what do you think about?
And then he blamed Reggie Rockstone for bringing rap into the country, and on top of that, he said rap hasn't done anything for anybody, and that's where
Reggie Rockstone for bringing rap into
hip life, because he's the one that made
blamed somebody for having a career that he has now.
Well, he's the dancehall artist.
Yeah, but you have to understand, like, if rap didn't come into the country...
Forget that. He used to be called Bandana.
No, it's not even that. If rap didn't come into the country, they won't dancehall, like, because hip life, or whatever you want to call it, paved the way for all the music genre.
And that's what Rockstone was trying to say, because Rockstone responded. And he was like, dude, you start with me as Bandana. And whenever you talk about being a senior to SAG, that's where you start your music career from. Because if you started from the dancehall artist,
I think he's
then
he's drinking his own Kool-Aid too much. I don't know what. Maybe he wants to be a messiah. I don't know, because like you don't go saying stuff like that. Like you just don't. Like if he did say that, maybe he didn't mean to. Maybe it was.
He said it twice. He said on TV, and then he went on his own Facebook Live, and
misquoted. Maybe he's been misquoted because I don't.
The guy's own mouth. I didn't say somebody reported.
Where exactly did he say?
He said, rap hasn't done anything for anybody.
That's a lie, though. That's what, if he did say that's like, I think
he's like only 3 people are rich in the country. All the rap artists
only
are broke.
3 people are what now?
Only 3 musicians.
Okay, so what's the definition of Shatta Wale's rap, please? Because I need to know that. Like, is he talking about just lyrics, or is he talking about? Because technically, what he does is a rap. Like he's rap. He's a
dancehall artist. He says he's a dancehall artist, so he's not a rapper. He's a dancehall artist.
Okay, so would you call Jay-Z a rapper?
Yeah,
but Jay-Z's also an artist, though.
Yeah, but
would you call?
Yeah, but we're not talking about artists. We're talking about rappers. So a rapper can be it's like fingers, right? No. A thumb is a finger, but not all fingers are thumbs.
Yeah,
so
but
the point is,
what is rap in today's world? Because I think across the world, I don't think we have rappers anymore. I think we have artists. Because a rapper nowadays goes into a studio, gives you a rap song, and then gives you a chorus in it that looks like a singer's voice, but it's still his voice because he's rapping and singing. So we don't know what rap is anymore. Because technically, Shatta Wale, like you said, started as a rapper and then he transitioned.
Yeah, because he realized there's nothing good in rap.
But rap,
so it took him 10 years to cleanse himself of the rap demons to come back up,
He's chatting crap. If it's actually true that it's not misquoted, and that's what he's chatting crap, because rap gave you the opportunity to be where you were today. You started off as a rapper,
and that's why it took him 10 years to cleanse himself of the rap demons. He did. He's not a dancehall artist. Look, if you look at Shatta now, you can't compare it to Bandana. They are 2 different artists. That's the truth, then.
Because artists reinvent themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't mean you all of it automatically forget where you started from, though. Because if you never ever heard Reggie Rockstone, for example, or you've never heard, I don't know, let's even go international. You've never heard say, I don't even know what kind of artist Shatta Wale listen to be honest.
Well, but you see, that's why when Reggie was trying to school him, Reggie was talking about the fact that, look, dude, you're talking nonsense, right? Because thanks to this hip life, even the dancehall that you do, it was through hip life that we were able to do one of the biggest collab in West Africa, which was true. Beanie Man, Two-Face, Reggie Rockstone.
No, but but that's even trivializing the whole.
No,
point.
But the point is,
that's trivializing. That's just looking at a song, whatever. No,
the
point is, look, dancehall, all this other music that came out of that we now have today, is because he came like if you look at where rap, like what we consider hip hop, I mean, hip life. What you just said. Yeah. How did that came about? Was because we were all interested in the rap, whatever it was.
Somebody combined with the high life
genre of music out of that. Shatta Wale came out of that.
Yeah,
so him telling anybody that rap hasn't done nothing for anybody, bro, that's stupid. Because when we look at where you started from, it was because you were involved in rap, and rap got you to the stage where you are now. That's you benefiting from rap. What are you talking about? You might have reinvented yourself, and kudos, all the best. That's called creativity. You got creative. You had your own lane. But the reason why you had your lane, it was because there was a lane. And then you created your own. If there was no lane at all, you wouldn't even be on a lane. What are you talking about? So, and it's got nothing to do with music at this point. It's just got something to do with the fact that you looked at people that were doing it in Ghana, i.e. Reggie Rockstar, Manifest, all those people. Even, I don't care if it came before him. Even Sarkodie, I bet it was also one of your inspirations, okay? I don't care if it came before him. It's just what it was. So for him to say that, it's because the guy is drinking his own Kool-Aid. You know, like he's high on something, which is high on him being a celebrity of some sort. And he wants to say stuff, which is why I like Shatta Wale for. Like, he's always trying to find a way to be relevant.
But you see, and that brings me...
Which is what makes him an artist.
Well, I don't know about that. But like, that brings me to one of the other things anyway, that we need to talk about before we leave. And that's how these whole, back and forth is turning a bit violent anyway.
I told you this a long time ago in the fourth season that I hope it doesn't get here because places we come from, the rules and regulations there is somewhat meaningful. Like the police are not going to get involved in this if it doesn't have to be something.
Well, it's
plus because the police can be bribed, okay?
police are bribed everywhere in the world anyway.
No, but it's a lot easier to bribe a police officer in Ghana than it is to bribe a police officer in America. Would you agree?
Not really.
Of course not. Yeah. Of course, really. What do you mean not really? You think anybody can bribe a police officer in
if you got the right money?
Again, do you think anybody can bribe a police
officer?
Well,
you think anybody can bribe anybody?
I've seen it with my own eye. Even if you have no license and you're just a normal individual, you can pass. Just give them some CDs. I was with you in Ghana. What are you talking about?
Let's not do that.
I was with you in Ghana.
I'm not gonna digress.
We saw it with our own eyes. So my point is this, right? I hope this doesn't get escalated to a stage where it becomes one of those things where it now gives negativity to the whole point of the music genre that we have in Africa. Because right now, a lot of people are benefiting from this.
Well, we don't want it to according to Shatta, nobody is anyway. It's only 3 people.
We already established that. He's just trying to